Man, y'all are just not gonna let this killing corridor idea die, are ya? Welcome back, everybody, for Season 2, Episode 1 of Iron Curtain Grades Your Shit. Today, we're kicking things off with what is billed as the updated replacement for the killing corridor in 8.19. You'll recall a couple weeks ago, we put out a quick video explaining that the basic functionality of the corridors as we knew them in 18 had pretty much died, that the idea wasn't going to really be recoverable as we were all sort of initially building them and used to building them. However, this one is being pitched as the workaround. This guy is saying, and the video is in the description if you want to watch him, is saying that this one will work and this one will deliver the goods come A19. Now you may notice we've done two of them. The creator in question here actually sold that kind of expansion capacity as a feature of his design, saying that you could extend this out in both directions and build as many of these or build them redundantly along a longer path or however you want to do it, that the idea is basically modular and that you can build the fit. Since we usually test with 5 people for the most part, I decided to at least double down. I think that's A little fairer, and B, it takes advantage of what he is selling as a feature of this build, that you can expand on it and make it bigger and better. As you can see, it's pretty basic in its design, pretty standard staircase and pillar support for the corridor itself. The drop catch is kind of interesting. They're supposed to come here, hit these angled ramp blocks, and then just down we go, and then lather, rinse, repeat as they run back and try to get back up. I will say I'm not generally too wild about designs that are sort of this narrow. You know, there's only one deep here on the walkway. The pillar is only a 2x2. It's not unworkable. It's not maybe the greatest, the first thing I would start off with, but, you know, we'll see. I generally prefer the stairs to be a little more wrapped around than just straight shot like this. Building to suit, building to his specs, and I will say in testing, you know, with a handful of Zeds at a time, I'm seeing some promising results. However, I'm not 100% convinced quite yet that that's going to be the case on a full-on Horde night, especially with all of us standing up there. Now, for supplies needed, I think this is like a B+. It's not too difficult. I normally wouldn't want to go a whole lot less than at least stage 1 regular concrete. This is reinforced concrete, which if you've watched, you've seen is obviously a preferred building material for us. I don't like doing corridors in particular out of things like iron and cobblestone. I've found in my own experience that they tend to take a little more of a beating than that, but you can do it. I've seen it done. I've seen it done especially in earlier game states and work out nicely, so that's up to you. But even building this out of the reinforced concrete with the couple of iron bars that are scattered here and everything, this is a pretty easy thing to put together. It doesn't take a whole lot of work to mine up this kind of stone. Now for build difficulty, I would definitely give this a hard A. I put this whole thing together in maybe 10 minutes. Even with having to sort of, you know, start, stop, and pause that video to make sure that I was building exactly to his specs, I had no issues putting this together whatsoever. So it did well in the build section. It's cheap, it's easy, but is it actually going to deliver come Horde Night? We're going to get everybody plowed in here in just a minute, and, well, let's see how she does.
All right, nobody shoot for a second. Let's see if they actually take the loop.
Boop.
Well, they're coming from the side.
I don't like that they get a hit off every single time.
Somebody's underneath us right now.
Yeah, there's stuff beating down on below us.
Yep,
Okay.
They are digging right below us.
Below us is a problem. They're doing this circle, but yeah, the ones who are behind are an issue.
So where do we go when this all falls to shit?
Nowhere. We stand here and punch it
Right
off.
here and fight.
Alrighty.
Due for season 2. If something sucks, we all just die.
About that, if we die and we respawn on our bed, are we forced to stay there?
I think so. Well, I don't know. You could try coming back out if you want, but you can't grab any more ammo. Doing the loop.
The ones that come from the front are, at least.
Yeah.
All these dozens of people coming to the back are not. Maybe we don't shoot them if they're coming down the corridor. And see if that actually accomplishes anything.
Oh, I mean,
Well, we saw that on the first few.
they're dropping. They drop and they do loop.
Okay.
We've confirmed they're doing the circuit. I watched a couple of them do the full lap. I got an Arlene there, I guess. She's doing it right now. Don't shoot the female zombie on the left, coming behind that bald guy. Let's see if she does it again. Do the lap.
So it sounds like the concept works, but we just need to be higher up to not have them chew on the side, maybe?
I don't know if that'll do it anymore. I actually tested that in relation to another build idea I was working around on, and height did not prevent them from trying to kick shit out from under you.
Really?
Yeah, I know when I say height, I was like 110 points off.
Oh, I got Matt push at the back.
Usually you gotta pay extra for that.
It's like the assless chaps version of a base. It's my asshole exposed.
There was a spider on the left, jumped at me, fell down the hole.
David, let's get over. I want to see if I can get a Molotov to these bars. Nope!
Nope.
That was right down the middle, and it didn't work.
Hey, Flamin' Davian.
Yay, I'm
Hey,
on
Flamin'
fire.
Akiva.
Yeah, it's
I'm in danger.
mildly hurting.
Don't you know out there?
Why do we
Ah.
have people on the ground?
I wasn't the one that fell!
Oh my god.
Yet.
Alright, clear. I'm
It
gonna jump
hurts.
that middle thing. There you go.
Why didn't he fall down the middle?
Why doesn't the killing corridor work on Neverwind?
Yeah,
Just loops
exactly.
back. I can't get in, guys!
So I built that interesting corridor with the floating corner pieces.
Uh-huh.
I had to label it, oh god, why?
Oh, that'll be a fun one. Don't spoil it. They're already fucking up this left side.
Right.
This is not in a happy place.
Alright, so they've already knocked out 4 blocks of the pillar we're standing.
What, below us?
Below us on the opposite side, yeah.
I'm gonna take a little jog here. This is gonna suck. Holy shit, that's awful. Okay, I wanna live.
Oh, I didn't even get to that side yet.
It's not as bad over here, but it's not great.
It's not. There's no way to get at them.
Nope.
Have you guys signed my petition to add goats to the game?
No.
No.
Oh, we have a talk.
I don't think that one's gonna get a lot of traction on change.org.
Like Goat of Duty, 7 days to goat.
7 days to go.
7 goats a day.
7 goats to die.
7 goats to satisfy? Hey.
Wow. Oh, fuck you. Don't blow up there. I heard that gurgle. Fat bastard.
How?
Have not seen a demo yet, though.
No.
There's one.
The fucking Candyman shit is that? No demos. Demo. Nope. Sorry.
Ow. Ow.
Y'all suck.
Apparently being on fire so much has dehydrated me.
It just did the same thing to me. Oh no. Oh god.
That sounds bad.
Oh god, I wasn't even involved in that. That fucked that whole walkway up. Took out these bars.
Oh, here's another one on the right.
Don't
Oh,
pop
Jesus.
it.
He's coming.
Don't
He's
pop
coming
it.
up the.
Wait till he drops and then shoot him in the back.
He's right here at the front door.
Wait till he drops, shoot him in the
Okay.
back.
Oh, shit.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh god!
So we've had one explode on either side. Oh, and it took out the other block on the other side now. So now we have one pathway now.
Shit. I fell. No comments. Ah! I made it. Oh shit.
Jump over the middle.
I'll loop back around.
God, it is working out, Bill.
All right, I'll make it this time. Yep. Oh, I'll loop back around. Third time's the charm. Yep. Oh, I'll loop back around.
The inner monologue on every one of these sets right now.
Yep. Move. Okay.
That's not ideal.
Doesn't look like it did much but put a hole in the
There's
ground.
one right
happening
underneath
here?
us. One right underneath us.
Oh my god, he dug a hell of a hole though.
Yeah, he did. Fuck.
I'm out of firebomb. Oh, it's Kiva. I'll stop shooting. Well
That
done.
was shit. That was
No, you
clearly
hit
out
that
into
wall.
the field.
You hit that wall.
Lag?
Somebody hitting the standby button.
Yeah, probably.
Hackers. It's hackers.
Hacks! I would thank the phone pimps personally for fixing the red dot on the tactical.
Yeah.
Right.
This thing is gorgeous.
It's never leaving my hotbar now.
Yep.
Shit.
Who popped him? That sucks.
So now what are they going to do? Let's find out.
Uh,
I'm hearing a lot of beating on below us, though.
oh god, yeah, you would not like what is underneath us. Oh, the camera pan here, and it is not pretty. It's gonna come down to how much concrete can they get through in the remaining 2-ish hours.
What the hell was that?
Told ya.
I'm going to go take a look.
It's bad.
Oh, dear God.
I just saw something drop.
Nothing here is
Jump!
going well.
Jump!
Oh, shit. That was not intentional.
Now they're coming from the back. They changed directions, and it was the worst possible direction.
If this was anything less than a stage 2 concrete, it is.
Oh, it would have come down already, for sure. In case you're curious,
Isn't it nice?
this wall of shit over here is actually just covering a later design we've already built, but we didn't want to spoil it, so there's going to be another one right in the neighborhood here in the nearest future. The back is doing better than I would have thought it would,
Is it getting
but
beat
the
to
whole
shit?
thing is just getting wailed on. Alright, with 340, they seem to have trickled off. And the frame rate instantly recovered. Okay, so looking at this base, surveilling the damage here. Yeah, it got
Oof.
beat to shit. I don't want to say fail because it didn't come down, but its main mechanic, which we actually repeated both times, failed. The walkways pretty much stopped working, and even then, kind of what I thought would happen, the killing corridor worked as a concept right up until they started spawning behind it. As soon as they started from coming back here, or as soon as they started coming from back here, they stopped caring about those corridors. They were just wailing on the platform that we were standing on. You can build this. Personally, I think this is a waste of time. They're not as reliable as they used to be, and they are very prone to getting the shit kicked out of them. I can think of a lot of other ideas with similar amounts of labor that will likely work much better than this and not require such intensive repairs after the fact. I just don't recommend these anymore. But in terms of durability, for an actual grade, D-. Its mechanic failed, but we didn't end up on the dirt, so I don't want to give it an F, but it's rough. You know, needs work. See me after class.
You're not failing, but oh boy.
Yeah. You're going to have to go talk to the principal. Are the Zeds controlled? Again,
They were.
D, though, because they were for a while. It lost control of them as soon as the walkways started getting holes punched in them. And if they spawned from the back, like they did, they didn't give a shit. The ones that were coming from the construction site were completely uncontrolled. There was no mechanic. Nothing was embracing them or meeting them. Now, theoretically, if you want to do that, maybe you could create like a center platform and do a series of killer doors of corridors sticking out in like a cross pattern, but that strikes me as massive overkill and a lot of work to quadruple down on an idea that is kind of to begin with. Are the players in danger? C.
We took a lot of spit, and they could... There's no air control.
I'm not even counting the number of times we lit ourselves on fire trying to get Molotovs in those bars. And really, that's just funny more than anything. But yeah, there's nothing stopping the spiders. There's nothing stopping the spit. There's nothing stopping the vultures. It's not bad in terms of player danger, but it's not great. There's certainly better. I think this is average. You're not secure in any real meaningful sense, but at least on the face of it, you don't have to immediately toe-to-toe with them. Resources used in terms of like gas and dart traps, obviously that's a 0. We didn't have any power or any other mechanisms here. Ammunition. Now, running down the list. Now, remember with our new Season 2 scaling, under 5k is an A, under 10k is a B, etc. every 5,000 rounds up until we get to 20, at which point 20 is a fail. Myself, personally, I used 1,026 rounds in total. Davian?
1,062.
X, what'd you burn?
1,272.
Nev?
2,888.
And Duel?
1250.
We have a grand total of 7,498 rounds, which for our scale is on the high end of B territory. Not terrible. I think it could be made worse if somebody was going all M60 crazy or even using like the tactical or the AR on full auto. For whatever reason, I think the new weapons kind of played into that too, because the Deagle, the sniper rifle, and the tactical assault rifle are all really great weapons, so of course people are gravitating to them en masse, not only amongst us, but just in general. The cheese rating! You know, I fucking hate this drop mechanic. I don't know why, personally, people have spent so much time into trying to figure out blocks that will trick the Zeds into stepping on them and falling. I get the attraction, but the execution on them is really spotty for the most part. And I think now we're seeing more than ever in 19, it's just not a really reliable mechanic to base a thing around. Yes, when they come up, they would drop, but every one that came up, every time they passed, would get a free hit on these bars here, free hit on the blocks. There's a limit to how much of that crap you can do, and I think even if you tested with 1 or 2 people and only did 1 corridor, it would perform even worse. I think this front face shield would come down. I honestly do. I think if you did bars and stage 2 concrete here with like 2 people's worth of Zeds, you would lose that shield by the end of the night on most nights. I'm not a fan of the drop. This isn't as bad as wedge tips, but it's not clean by any stretch.
Craft singles?
Craft singles. It's trying its best to be cheese. It's not quite there, but it certainly is cheese-esque. Will it be patched out? Chance of being patched out. You know, they are clearly, and when I say they, I mean the developers, the Fun Pimps are clearly not fans of the corridors. They are, with Alpha 19, they've taken several active steps to nuke the corridor designs that got the most traction in 18. If you find a corridor that works and that you're happy with, I would not hold your breath. Not even to 20, but we're still in the beta, like the early release experimental for 19. And if you're building a lot of corridors and stuff and trying to get traction on new ideas like with this or with some of the wedge tip designs that are floating around, I don't know that I would put money on that on any of those ideas making it out of the experimental stage of Alpha 19. They have shown definitively that they're not above changing any block interactions or anything like that in this experimental stage. The patch notes have been kind of revelatory in that manner. They've already made some pretty significant changes. So I wouldn't hold your breath on any kind of drop, false block, half block, any mechanic that tricks the Zeds onto stepping on something that they can't work. If it survives out of experimental, I would definitely not hold your breath for 20, because I think we can say definitively that the developers do not like that fact. So chance of being patched out, I would say at least mid, if not high. So like mid to high.
I don't get the attraction of corridors because they're a boring concept. And there are a lot of ways to do it.
The attraction on corridors is that they're really easy to build. In the instances in the past where they have delivered, that's a really simple way to kind of slide your way through a horde night without a lot of effort. Now, I'm not a fan of that concept in general, but I can see why it appeals to people, and I'm not going to say don't do it, but when it comes to corridors and these fake steps and everything like that, clearly this is not what they want to see, and they are going to take active steps to take that away from you. Now, for the grading recap, for supplies needed, we got a B+. The build difficulty was an A, so it was cheap to build and it was easy to build. Now, when we actually got into Horde Night, things took a dramatic turn for the worse. Durability was a D-. Z control was a D. Player danger was a C. Resources used was an NA. Ammo used was a B, surprisingly enough. Cheese, it got craft singles. And its chance to patch was mid to high. Now, looking at that list, and we can hash this out if anybody disagrees with me, I don't think that when it comes to a concept like this, the fact that it's cheap and easy to build actually plays in its favor. I think this is an illustration of a concept we've hit in some of our Season 1 videos, where it is a very good example of you get what you pay for. Yep. And if you're trying to shortcut it, you're going to get results that showed that you tried to shortcut it. And this is a testament to that. This thing sucks. If I built a base, or had a base idea of my own, and I've built base ideas that performed like this, I ditch that idea and I move on. I don't propagate ideas that perform like this because I don't think that's worth people's time. So overall grade, my vote is for D. It didn't fail, but personal opinion, I think this is crap.
You're exactly right. It's cheap, it's easy, but look what cheap and easy gets you. It gets you duel.
It gets you one horde knight.
What now?
Or duel.
Or duel.
duel.
Duel is both cheap and easy. But see, that's a good example of
Oh,
cheap
okay.
and easy.
Thank you.
Ah, we got a little mini horde coming up here.
In the words of my brother-in-law, light, cheap, and durable, choose 2. Or in this case, 1.
So, we have a bunch of bases coming up. Sounds like, Nev, you got another early starter build you want to take a whack at?
I do.
I think we can probably knock that one out next, so we'll get one that's for... Sounds like it's built for a little lower game state. Maybe give the people just starting a little something to work towards. Hopefully it pans out and is actually a valuable video. It's worth your time watching. Not to mention the aforementioned Pinata, X's secret little behind-the-wall thing there. So we have plenty coming up in the next few weeks. We've got enough to keep ourselves busy for quite a while. Looking forward to seeing how all of these shake out.
Don't forget about X's Carnival in the Woods.
X's Carnival in the Woods is going to be a fun one.
How about Duel's Pergola Bears?
We don't talk about the pergola
I can't
bears.
even figure out what he's doing in that house. I swear to God, I don't even. I'm a little scared of that base, to be honest.
Meanwhile, I just dug a hole.
Hey,
Oh, yeah, Davian's got his dirt hole.
Davian's prolapsed brown hole. That's a weird one. I'm curious to see what the results there are because that's he's thinking out of the box on that one, and it's either going to be great and perform admirably, or we're going to be covered in dust sitting on bedrock in the middle of a giant open pit by the end of the night. And I don't think there's going to be any gray area. It's going to be fantastic or it's going to be a catastrophic failure. We'll see. But as always, thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate you coming by, and we will catch you next time.